From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Thursday, March 7th. President Biden will address the nation today during his third State of the Union. It comes as Congress races the clock to pass spending bills to avoid a partial government shutdown. The House passed a spending package last night ahead of Biden's speech. He's also expected to criticize Republicans for killing the bipartisan deal to address immigration at the southern border. Wish TV will have live coverage of both speeches tonight starting at 9 on Wish TV and WishTV.com. Dr. Caitlin Bernard, the Indiana doctor who performed an abortion on a 10-year-old rape victim from Ohio back in 2022, will be at the State of the Union address. Dr. Bernard will be a guest of California Congressman Judy Chu. In a statement, the doctor says she is honored to be attending and says the U.S. needs bold and immediate change to protect and expand access to reproductive care. Police say a Brownsburg teen has been charged with murder. This comes after officers found a man shot inside a car that crashed into a house earlier this week. The shooting and crash happened Tuesday near Eagle Crossing Drive and Memorial Knoll Drive. Hendricks County deputies arrested the 15-year-old early Wednesday morning. His name has not been released. Richard Allen's attorneys are asking the special judge over the Delphi Murders case to speed up the trial. Right now, Allen is set to go on trial in October. In a Wednesday filing, the attorneys asked the court to bump the trial up within 70 days. The next hearing in the case is set for March 18th. Police say 4 churches in Fishers are the target of a check fraud scheme. Christ the Savior Lutheran Church is one of them. The church says donation checks sent by church members were intercepted in the mail and cashed without a signature. Police say they do not know how many people were affected or how much money was stolen.
People were getting their end-of-year giving statement or donation statement from organizations, specifically churches, and realizing that what they had donated, what they knew they had donated, wasn't adding up to what the church had received from them.
Police say you can avoid scams like this by donating electronically. If you might be a victim of the scheme or have information, you're asked to call Fishers Police. We're about a month out from the total solar eclipse here in central Indiana, and Butler University is helping get spectators prepared and excited with a number of events. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez reports from the Holcomb Observatory and Planetarium.
Right now, I'm inside the Holcomb Observatory and Planetarium. They've been running these shows for a couple weeks now. It's called Eclipse, the Sun Revealed, and they're kind of going to be telling people what to look for on the big day itself, April 8th. Here to tell us a little bit more about the show and the planetarium is Brian he's the director of the planetarium and the observatory here. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how the shows have been going. Like I said, you guys have been running these for a couple weeks, so how's it been?
We have big crowds so far, and we've also been doing private group tours, things like that. So we have a lot of people seem to be very, very interested in this because it is a big astronomical event.
And so kind of the point of this is to point out to people what exactly they should be looking for. So what are those things that people will come and learn if they come to one of these?
Well, most people think they know a lot about eclipses because they saw, for instance, the 2017 partial eclipse. But that in no way prepares you for this total eclipse at all. Sort of like riding an airplane as opposed to jumping out of one. So we're trying to teach people what to look for in this few minutes up to eclipse and in the totality and right during totality.
What are some of those things? I know we're going to take a step into the planetarium later this morning, but what are some of those things that people should look for?
Some of these things are, for instance, what are called shadow bands, the diamond ring effect, what to see with the corona, what stars and planets to see during mid-totality.
Now, this is what you guys are doing leading up to the eclipse, but if we kind of take a look over your shoulder over here, you guys have these solar telescopes. Explain to me what this is and how they're going to play into Butler's, festivities on the day of April 8th.
Certainly. What these are specifically set for the eclipse. We have solar filters right here, makes this perfectly safe, and we probably are going to have 15 to 20 telescopes sitting out here in the green space surrounding the observatory. So in addition to eclipse glasses, you can get a close-up view of solar activity during the eclipse.
So you guys have all kinds of slides prepared for all of this. Walk us through real quickly while we're in the lobby. What kind of sticks out real quick with these things?
The thing that sticks out is for me personally, from what I've seen, is the difference between a partial and total eclipse. And that's why we're telling people, and we're emphasizing, get in the path of totality. For instance, if you're on the north side of Kokomo, get on the south side of Kokomo, because that's where it's going to be a total eclipse.
Great. Well, Brian, thanks for joining us this morning. I really appreciate it. These run Fridays and Saturdays till the end of March. This weekend, the doors open at 7 in the evening, but next weekend, because of daylight saving time starting, I should say, they'll be shifted back to 8. That's when the doors were open then. It's $8 for adults to get in, and students and kids can get in for $5. Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
When it comes to the weather, we saw some drizzle and cloud cover this morning. As we head into the weekend, things will get wet and cool. Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
At least for the first part of the weekend. I think everything will begin after midnight tonight, and then during the commute on Friday could be really soggy, also stretching into Friday evening too. So some moderate to heavy rain may be possible across parts of central Indiana. Let's take a live look here from our Speedway camera overlooking the western skies. IMS over there in the background. We've got mainly cloudy skies. We had a little bit of some mist and drizzle being reported the last couple of hours. Not so right now, but still the potential for a little bit of low level moisture out there. 45 degrees right now in Indianapolis. East northeast wind at 8 miles per hour. Western sections of the metro area here, we're seeing about 43 in Danville, 45 Martinsville, 43 also in Lebanon, and 43 in Greenfield. Eastern Indiana coming into the upper 30s right now. Good morning to you in Richmond. We've got lots of clouds in place, and I think through much of the day today it is going to remain really dreary out there, much like what we had yesterday. We'll go with temperatures climbing into the 50s at 1 o'clock. And then the mid-50s later this afternoon, with those easterly winds not really all that bad, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lower 50s, South Bend and Fort Wayne, 52 degrees this afternoon in Richmond. Mid-50s, Indianapolis, and then upper 50s near 60 across parts of southwestern Indiana. Moderate to even heavy rain at times begin to push in here overnight tonight, through the day on Friday, and also Friday night into Saturday as well. We'll talk much more about the rainfall, how much we may see, and have your full weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at the full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app and check out the Storm Track 8 weather blogs. One of the most influential guitarists of all time is being recognized here in the Circle City. Yesterday, the Indiana Historical Bureau dedicated a new historical marker for jazz legend Wes Montgomery. The marker is near the Bottle Works Hotel, not far from where Montgomery's former home was located. That home was among many buildings torn down when the North Split was built about 5 decades ago. Montgomery's guitar technique revolutionized jazz in the 1950s and 60s, and still today continues to influence musicians. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, March 7th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.